For a brief period, Tim Lincecum was the most dominant pitcher in baseball. His rise to the top was nothing short of meteoric. With back-to-back Cy Young awards and a key role in helping the San Francisco Giants win 3 World Series titles, Lincecum's success was the stuff of legend. Yet, just a few years after reaching the pinnacle of the sport, he seemed to disappear from the baseball world almost as if he had vanished into thin air. What happened to Tim Lincecum? To understand the truth behind his rapid decline, we must go back to where it all began. Born on June 15, 1984 in Seattle, Washington, Tim Lincecum was destined to be a baseball player. He started playing the game at the young age of 5, under the guidance of his father, who had pitched in college. From a young age, Tim exhibited exceptional talent, but his path to professional baseball was far from guaranteed. Unlike many of his peers, Tim faced a significant obstacle: his size. As a high school freshman, Lincecum stood at just 4'11" and weighed only 85 pounds. His small stature led to many coaches overlooking him, dismissing him as too small to compete at a high level. Despite this, Tim never gave up on his dream. Instead, he doubled down on his training, continually honing his skills. As time passed, Lincecum began to grow. By the time he was a senior in high school, he had reached 5'11" and could now throw a 94 mph fastball. This dramatic improvement caught the attention of scouts, and he was soon offered a full scholarship to play at the University of Washington. In college, Lincecum's talent truly blossomed. In his junior year, he posted an outstanding 1.94 ERA and became one of the nation's top pitching prospects. Despite his size, Lincecum proved everyone wrong, dominating batters with his speed and unique pitching mechanics. His coach famously said, "I've never seen anyone dominate the way he has." It was clear that Lincecum had an extraordinary talent. In 2006, the San Francisco Giants selected Tim Lincecum with the 10th overall pick in the MLB draft. The baseball world was abuzz with excitement. But Lincecum's MLB debut in May 2007 was far from perfect. In his first start, he allowed 5 runs in less than 5 innings, and many questioned if he was ready for the big leagues. Giants' general manager Brian Sabine made it clear that Lincecum would need to prove himself before earning a permanent spot in the rotation. However, Lincecum quickly silenced any critics. Just a few weeks later, on May 17, 2007, he pitched a masterful 7-inning shutout with 10 strikeouts, showing the baseball world exactly what he was capable of. From that moment on, there was no doubt that Lincecum belonged at the highest level. Lincecum's success continued to build as the season went on. He was inserted into the starting rotation, where he would remain for the next several years, showcasing the pitching brilliance that would earn him the nickname, the Freak. The year 2008 marked Lincecum's true breakthrough. He started the season by making major improvements to his control, leading to fewer walks and more strikeouts. By April 2008, Lincecum was posting a 1.73 ERA, and he was finally starting to get the recognition he deserved. In July, Lincecum was featured on the cover of Sports Illustrated, and just a few weeks later, he made his first All-Star appearance. By September 13, 2008, Lincecum had pitched his first career complete-game shutout, cementing his place as one of the best pitchers in the league. At the end of the season, he had struck out the most batters in all of Major League Baseball, and on November 12, 2008, Lincecum was named the National League Cy Young Award winner. His rise to dominance was unexpected by many, especially given his unorthodox pitching delivery and small size, but Lincecum proved that his heart, skill, and determination made him a force to be reckoned with. In 2009, Lincecum's success only continued to grow. He was selected for his second All-Star game, and he pitched 3 complete games in just 4 starts, an impressive feat that helped earn him his second consecutive Cy Young Award. Despite his size, Lincecum was becoming a legend. But the baseball world had some concerns. Scouts and analysts worried that Lincecum's violent whip-like pitching motion would lead to injuries and that his body might not hold up over time. Yet his father insisted that Tim could pitch all day and never get hurt, and for a while, that seemed to be the case. In 2010, Lincecum signed a 2-year, $23 million contract with the Giants. That same year, the Giants made the postseason for the first time since 2003, with Lincecum leading the charge. In his first ever postseason, Lincecum was nothing short of brilliant. He dominated in the NLDS against the Atlanta Braves, throwing a complete game shutout with 14 strikeouts. His performance set the tone for the rest of the Giants' playoff run. In the National League Championship Series, NLCS against the Philadelphia Phillies, Lincecum again showed his mettle, helping the Giants to a 4-2 series win. The Giants advanced to the World Series, where they faced the Texas Rangers. Lincecum started Game 1 and pitched well, despite giving up 4 runs. In Game 5, Lincecum took the mound again, this time securing a complete game shutout and helping the Giants clinch their first World Series championship since 1954. Despite his World Series victory, Lincecum's career began to show signs of wear. In 2011, he had another strong season but faced increasing questions about his future. In 2012, his struggles became apparent. A back injury suffered during spring training caused him to struggle in his early starts. By June, Lincecum's fastball velocity had dropped by nearly 4 mph from previous seasons, and his control was no longer as sharp. His walk rate soared, and by mid-season, he had one of the worst ERAs in the league. Despite these setbacks, Lincecum's determination never wavered. Even when the Giants moved him to the bullpen, he excelled in a relief role, helping the team win its second World Series title in 3 years. In 2013, Lincecum showed flashes of his former brilliance. On July 13, 2013, he threw a no-hitter against the San Diego Padres, throwing 148 pitches. It was one of the most memorable performances of his career, but unfortunately, Lincecum's struggles continued. Despite throwing another no-hitter in 2014, his overall performance was inconsistent, and he failed to secure a permanent spot in the rotation. In 2014, the Giants once again made the World Series, and Lincecum sat on the bench. When he finally made an appearance in Game 2, he left the game after facing just 5 batters due to a back injury. The Giants won the World Series once more, but Lincecum's career was clearly winding down. By 2015, Lincecum's fastball was sitting at just 88 mph, a dramatic drop from his earlier years. The end seemed inevitable. On June 27th, he was hit by a line drive on his pitching arm, and that injury would mark the last time he pitched in 2015. Later that year, he was diagnosed with a hip condition that required surgery, effectively ending his season. After becoming a free agent in the offseason, Lincecum tried to revive his career. In 2016, he held a public showcase, and the Los Angeles Angels gave him a chance. But after just 6 starts, Lincecum allowed 30 runs and was sent to the minors. In 2017, Lincecum was unsigned and spent most of the year out of the game. In 2018, he signed with the Texas Rangers but never made a major league appearance. At just 31 years old, Tim Lincecum's career was officially over. Tim Lincecum's career was brief, but it left an indelible mark on the game. In a time when pitchers like Roy Halladay, Cliff Lee, and Johan Santana were dominating the mound, Lincecum stood out as one of the most electrifying pitchers in baseball history. His 2 Cy Young Awards, 2 no-hitters, and 3 World Series titles are a testament to his greatness. Despite his injuries, Tim Lincecum will always be remembered as one of the best pitchers to ever grace the mound. Even if his career was cut short too soon, while he may not make it to the Hall of Fame, his legacy will never be forgotten. For a few magical years, he was the greatest pitcher in the world. And that is a feat that few, if any, will ever replicate.